Hello and welcome. I'm High C, and this is a high stream, which I haven't done in a while, probably 2-3 months. But wanted to change it up. I've been extremely busy. Life's been kind of kicking me here and there. Not too bad, but you know, just haven't been able to be in this environment in a while, or the right mindset to do it. It sometimes takes a lot out of me, and you know, sometimes you just, you know, really want to, I don't know, I guess put on your best face when you do something like this. But you know, I'm back to doing it, and you know, we'll see how it goes. This is also streaming to Facebook. It's looking like maybe I won't be able to see those comments. So if you are on Facebook and you want to say things, go to the, how do I do this there? Over there. Sorry, mirrored image here. But hey, Bryce, thanks for coming in, man. But it's going to, I'm trying to do this pretty laid back today. So everyone's welcome, and we'll hang out, have fun. And, you know, got some Toku, bring up some Toku. Otherwise, I'm going to be rolling through this lighthearted JRPG for a little bit. And I played it for a few hours last night and decided I'd like to ramble about it on a stream. But Bryce, good to see you. I know you've been hitting me up in comments asking when I was going to do this again, and unfortunately it's been a little longer than I'd like for it to have been, but you know, we're back hanging out again, so good to see everybody. Van, I always don't know what to say, if it's Van or Van, but you correct me. But always good to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. And Gio also in here, man. See, this happens. I feel bad for not being on here more often. So, you know, thanks for coming in, guys. Have you seen Kamen Rider Zio episode 1 and 2? I have seen episode 1. I have not seen episode 2 yet. I'm a little less down on Gio than everybody else seems to be. I haven't watched episode 2, so maybe that opinion will change, but I've been kind of pro Geo since its inception. The major criticism I keep seeing is the main character is a little goofy, which I agree. Oh, thanks, man. I really appreciate it, bud. Hopefully the art making is going well. But yeah, I think everybody's major criticism for Geo is that the main character is too goofy because of his I want to be king stuff, but it hasn't bothered me. I understand if it bothers you, but it hasn't bothered me. I kind of like some goofy characters. He hasn't been so goofy that I like facepalm every time he speaks, so I have that going. But I understand that right now he might not be super developed. It's Van, like in Van You Drive. That's what I've been choosing for the most part, but you know, I'm playing Final Fantasy, and back when we had a Vaughn, just messed me up for life, I guess. But I'm glad you're doing well, man. So, but I will now always say Van instead of fumbling through that. So, but yeah, I'm gonna start some of this, but we'll start with a new game. Well, I haven't been a big fan of it yet. Don't like Geo's suit. Don't know, but really like Gate's suit. I love the Geo suit, and I know nobody else does. I don't think I've liked any of the transformations, but the base suit and the Oma suit, the dictator Geo suit, I really love. I don't know, maybe I just really like clock faces, but even the goofy writing on the visor doesn't bother me. But I've really liked Geo's suit so far, but I understand if people don't. Gates is the same thing. I like his base suit, but I think the big shoulders for the legend, I don't know what we call them right now, the legendary riders is what I've been saying in my head, so I'm gonna say that now. But all the Heisei riders, all their big old gimmicks, like the Gasats and icons for ghosts that go on their shoulders seems a little weird to me, but again, I like a little weird, so it's not too bad. But anyway, yeah, awesome. See, I've been, the thing is, like, once I don't stream for a while, I start feeling I guess anxious is the word to use, because it's like, you know, it starts like building up a thing. I'm like, well, if I stream, I got to do something cool. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm just going to play a stupid game and it's not really going to matter, you know. It's just, you know, it's easy to build things up in your head and let that stuff hold you back. So, also Danganronpa, while I've loved playing it, it just is also murder in my voice after a while, and I think jumping back into that one was going to be too much, but I've wanted to jump into it, so it's like this weird, you know, push and pull thing going on with me. I also have a chat up, but it seems like it's giving me the messages in different intervals than the stream is actually giving me them, so if I'm late on that, plus the online stream stuff, you know, forgive me. But okay, we're going to do it for real. I'm gonna hit new game. Again, I played a little bit just so I'm not like reading the tutorial stuff, even though I think where I'm at, I'm not fully past tutorials. But this seemed lighthearted enough, and I like Final Fantasy, and I don't know, I haven't been able to put video stuff out because I'm busy, and this is my one day off. So we're going to go for it. Layla, good to see you. But anyway, these characters are real goofy, but I've enjoyed their I don't know, this whole game's lighthearted in a way. Like the menus give you options to cheat completely to the point where there's like no challenge in the game. So I guess it's made for younger players. But it kind of has like a Pokemon feeling, and I kind of wanted a game that I could kind of roam around and grind a bit when, you know, when I want to talk. So I'm still doing something. This is your first Final Fantasy game playthrough? You mean on your own, or as you're watching me stream it right now? Because this would be a very weird first. It has Final Fantasy feelings, though. Also, I don't know how old these kids are supposed to be, but the slightly fan servicey skirt shot that they zoomed out with, I don't know what the right word I have for it is. I know the feeling of being busy. Nobody told me that junior year would slap you in the face that fast. Well, I'm sorry to hear your junior year isn't going so well so far, or maybe it's going well, but at least that it's certainly loading on the work. Ah, see? Bryce watching me. So here you go. Here's the world of Final Fantasy. To introduce you to the world of Final Fantasy. But it's fun. This is not a representation of what Final Fantasy games feel like, except for maybe kind of battle systems. But it's just kind of a weird little introduction, you know, since these all look like Kingdom Hearts ripoffs. Yeah, they're well animated. The cutscenes are well. It is very chibi in this game. So, like, I have the ability to turn into little tiny dudes that look, you know, really goofy. Hunter! Thanks for coming in, bud. Good to see you, too. I'm trying to do a stream again and get back into my streaming groove that I was in for a while. But I'm sure this is probably going to be at least the only one for this week coming up, because I have, like, just a crazy week ahead of me, so I'm just trying to get some downtime right now. I just got out of my 4th week of school, and progress reports are going out tomorrow or Tuesday. Well, hopefully they're good progress reports. I haven't seen one of these in a while. It's been probably 3 months since I've done one, so I've been slacking. All right. Boss hates when I'm late.
Again, it's not like business has picked up any.
So I don't know, there's something about, because I love PS2 era JRPG stuff, and it kind of just feels good to have the ability to, oh, I can't go that way. I wanted to see if I could sneak over there in the beginning. I don't know, there's something about just like kind of having a not worried about like my camera since I have limited movement and just roaming around a world that I kind of miss sometimes, because I feel like all these like great big open world games, while I love that, you know, sometimes it's kind of nice to have something a little more linear that, you know, I'm not deciding what I'm doing all the time, so I can like turn my brain off. That works. For a person who talks about dropping out of school, I make some good ass grades. Well, I am glad that you are doing well, and don't drop out of school. School's important. There were definitely times in high school that I thought about dropping out, and I can't count how many times I've been super glad that I didn't let myself do that. Blue, how you doing, man? It's good to see you. I think the mic is picking up your gameplay and echoing it a bit. I will turn it down a bit. I don't have any. I'm not going through headphones or anything. Yeah, I played it for Blue. I played it for about maybe 2 hours yesterday, just enough to kind of get a feel for it. Just so I wasn't like struggling with any control stuff on camera. Not that the controls are complicated, but the couple little goofy things that I've noticed. So, trying to find the right balance between in-room audio and mic pickup. Yeah, I see a lot of fluctuation. It's a good thing. I got the new Spider-Man. It's really fun. I am kind of dying to play it. I haven't gotten there yet, but it's definitely on the list. Oh man, failing music theory. That's breaking my heart, Hunter. It's all right. Music theory is hard to get a couple of those basics. I don't know if it's like an intro music theory class or if it's like a second level or anything. But for anyone who doesn't know, my old life was playing in music and death metal bands and stuff like that. And I have a couple music theories under my belt, or theory classes under my belt, so I can tell you about the Locrian mode if you ever need. This girl just loving her sugar. It's pretty metal. Turn my mic down a little bit, maybe turn game audio up a little bit, and that might decrease some of the echo effect. I see you're like one of the only people I know that actually knows what music theory is. Yeah, I mean, it's funny. It's when I don't know that much. I've taken a couple of classes. It's probably no more advanced than what you're learning in your class.
Okay, I get it already. Very sorry.
She a girl likes her sugar, Bryce. She's taking it down. And I hope Blaze is doing well with his axle travel.
You really are all ears.
What?
A third game theory spin-off channel. Welcome to That's Just a Theory, a music theory. Deconstructing Big Booty Hose by Easy G.
Hello.
You didn't even see her? Dude.
Yeah, but... look, come with me right now.
Easy.
So if anyone's wondering, he doesn't know there's a little squirrel on his head. How was PMC? Oh, geez. It's a weird thing because I shot a lot of footage. Decca, how you doing, bud? I shot a lot of footage when I was at PMC.
There's nobody here.
But once I got home, I did like that short highlight reel, which I edited on the plane, and I did not have time to put the video together of like my trip, which I still think I'm going to do. But it's like, you know, it's been a month now, so it's kind of weird to put it out. But in general, PMC was awesome. I got to hang out, me, Proto, Lambo, and Karn all roomed together. So we had like this really kind of shady little bachelor pad thing going on that was super awesome.
If you're from around town.
But you know, we did that. You know, I met all the, you know, all the people who went. You know, the Markusatsu. You know, me and got to hang out with him for a little bit. Couple of the dudes I interact with a lot on Twitter. Got to, you know, finally meet in person. I got to meet Knight of Spear, who kind of gave me my big, I guess, first notable entry into the Toku community with the Ultraman Jeed Abridged, or Abridged, which Abridged. I'm not sure how to say it. It's a better play on words on text, but yeah, PMC was super cool, super exhausting, because we didn't sleep as much as we should have, and we wanted to record way more stuff.
You know, I have been checking up on you two. Until now,
Really work on concept art if they make
So
sequels
imagine
or
my surprise when Mom took
spin-offs.
my order. What a morning. Okay.
Gundam movie. I am interested in it. My secret is I love
Got a story to tell.
Gundam designs, but I haven't watched that many Gundam series. I mean, it's a lot of series to keep up with, but
This thing on my head.
killed Marcos at PMC.
You take it from here. I'll go on ahead and link up a pack.
I auditioned for Markusatsu's Wizard Decade Abridged. I also want to audition for his Wizard Abridged, but I haven't gotten there yet. You are not invisible. You, or at least not from my side. No, I see you. You're in the general chat.
I've got tons of questions.
Patty, I'm alive. I'm sorry to disappoint Patty.
That's seriously the first thing on your
The original Gundam I watched, which is really awesome for its time. There's something about the animation that still pulls me in. I watched Gundam Wing, and that's kind of the end of my list. I've watched little bits of Gundam things and other mecha animes. Really proud of the voice I did. I haven't checked it out yet, but I will definitely look at all the auditions, and which is usually my favorite part, is hearing how everybody voices things. Isn't it funny how a bridge could have sounds like annoying Arch? It is.
Okay, I'll have to go and put the copy on.
I'm doing a good job at not paying attention to this game. Good thing I already played through this scene, so. I'm gonna turn it back down a bit. Gundam OO is fun anime kind of wing. There's a lot of them I've wanted to get into, and like I buy a lot of Gundams, like model kits, just based off how much I like a design, and I have like a pile of like 4 or 5 of them I still haven't put together that I've had for like at least 6 or 7 years. So what's the news on Toku-Rev? Toku-Rev is I'm deciding to space them a little more than I was trying to do, because it was killing me always trying to do one a month because it's just a lot of stuff. So catch-up videos are padding that out, but I also have 3 catch-up episodes that are scripted and ready to come out. Another one for the next installment of Build, one for Loopat, doing Loopat 1 through 10. If anybody hasn't watched Loopat 1 through 10, spoiler, nothing happens. So, you know, but that, you know, those have been kind of taking place so I can concentrate on watching and enjoying Toku instead of feeling like I'm trying to rush through things in order to get episodes, or at least get footage and reminders of that, you know what I mean, just watching things, and then it feels less like homework that way. Oh god, I like how I haven't like touched a controller in like 15 minutes. Good luck with your YouTube algorithm. Yeah, it'll be all over the place. It always is. I think I just have to not care because I can't stay on top of keeping things pumping and all that. Nothing happens until episode 20. That is kind of my worst thoughts, because it's like I'm at 1 through 10. Proto told me it gets a little better after 10. Alright, I'm gonna skip through this little battle. I can't. It's the one thing I can't skip through. But Proto told me after Loopat 10, it starts to get a little better. Why is my controller not working? Probably because I'm not selected. There we go. I'm a... God damn it. I really dislike the menus here. So let me get this all straight so then I can kind of concentrate in the right way. There we go. Now we're good. Now I can just beat up this little squirrel. Most Sentai is filler anyway. It's very true, unfortunately. Have you watched Geo yet? I have. I talked a little bit about it. I'll re-highlight that in a second. I'm not a fan of Lupin Rangers versus Pat Rangers. I don't like the suits or the robots and the changers. I love Lupin suits. What? It's like not letting me change my menu and keep it. Whatever. I don't know why they wouldn't make the quick button for attack A, or at least X if it was a PlayStation controller. I'm playing with an Xbox controller if anybody is curious. Yeah. There you go. Killed that. So now they'll have like another 10 minutes of talking. But I love the Lupin Ranger suits, if nothing else, just because I think the capes are dope as shit. But Zamigo has showed up. He was in the last episode I watched, so he'll be in the review, or the catch-up video, whatever I want to call that. I wish I could audition for it, but I'm currently working on something with Sentai Ranger 482 at the moment. I understand that. I need to stop stacking myself with so many other things I have to do. Because I definitely have 4 voice things I need to record that I just keep pushing off. I could be doing it right now, or I could live stream, and that's kind of like the choice I made. I do like Lupin X. He hasn't come up for me yet, so I've seen him in shots and stuff, but I haven't really paid attention to the outfit just because it hasn't been on screen much. So Geo might suck if he doesn't get better. It's literally been 2 episodes. It could be more character development arcs. Yeah, that's where I was, and now there's more people in here, so I'll re-highlight those things. But it's becoming bad slowly. So I'm gonna turn, now that I'm talking more, I might as well just give up on game audio and just use my mic audio a little louder. So give it a little bit in the background. But yeah, everybody is hating on him really bad, and I think he's a goofy character, and I want to be king. That's what I want to be. Like, I get why people are annoyed by that, but it doesn't bother me personally, like, at all. I think he could become a cooler character, but I'll give it a chance. Like, but he hasn't bothered me. It's just I see why people are critical of him, but so far for me, he's just kind of like he's a silly character, and it's like, to me, it doesn't play that much different than like a Shotaro Hidari from Kamen Rider Doubles, like hard-boiled detective kind of stuff. But I don't know. I haven't seen episode 2 yet, so I imagine subs are probably out since people keep asking me if I've seen episode 2. But I'll watch it. I'll probably watch it tonight. I don't know how that's going to go. I don't know if I'll end up just saving, if I'm going to do a video on any of that stuff, or if I'm just going to save that for like another catch-up video. Like, I might do to 10 on that. I also want to catch up on Ultraman Rube, and do a catch-up video on like the first 5 episodes, since that's a shorter series. And I only watched the first episode, which I liked, but wasn't in love with. Like, when I originally watched Jeed, I loved it, and I haven't had that feeling since. Yeah, I'm already on Fusion Riders, so I'm not going to bother overworking myself with projects. I am on Power Rider Fusion, and I feel like I am dropping some balls on that, but Karn keeps telling me it's okay, and I'll believe him for now. Just I haven't had the time to hit the script. I got it like right before PMC, didn't record, and you know, took me a while to even build my streaming setup back up, just because I took most of this stuff to California with me, and then didn't stream at all because our internet was terrible. Hey, when X8 and Build came, I didn't like Sento or Imu, but I gave them a chance. They're amazing characters, so I'll give them a chance too. Yeah, that's kind of, I think, how I feel about it. Is it's so soon. that he's silly, and that's my feeling. Like, I don't know if people hate him for any other reason. He just seems silly as hell to me. And so when I look at him, just like, yeah, he's silly. I get it. I see how that's bothersome, but yeah, a lot of people don't. He's also younger. I think that's a big thing. Is, especially coming off of Build, that had the feeling of everybody was a little older. Like, that cast, like, that whole show feels more adult. Like, I haven't done the next catch-up video on Build, but I'm up to episode 22 right now in Build, and God, like, and I always say it, but, like, I've loved Build. Like, I've gotten a couple of people's criticisms of Build, and there hasn't been a lot of invalid ones that I've heard, like, the biggest one being, like, it ends up just being a battle, and there's a lot of filler in between, like, main points happening in Build. And while I don't disagree with that, it definitely, like, feels a little bit like a WrestleMania plot line at times, where it's like, watching, Bloodstalk and Sento fight for, like, 5 or 6 episodes and being, like, pretty much the same fight in a new location. I could get annoyed with that, but it's just, those fights are good, so I don't mind watching them. And there's always, like, a little bit of character development to keep the episode going. Like, there haven't been any episodes that I've just like, man, I wish this episode didn't exist. I'm coming off of Kamen Rider Ex-Aid. I haven't watched Ex-Aid, so I still have that. I haven't watched one episode of Ex-Aid. Most series I watch like 1 or 2 episodes here and there just to have the idea of what's going on in the show, but Ex-Aid, it's just never happened. I'm interested in Ex-Aid, but I wasn't paying attention at all to current Kamen Rider until Ex-Aid was about the first quarter in, and then I only kind of looked at it because I was still, like, pretty much on the outskirts of the community, where I was, like, trying to get into Toku, and I was watching other Toku series, but just not caring about what was current. And then once I became friends with, like, Margasatsu and Karn and Lambo and all them, then it started becoming more of a real thing for me. And then I started paying attention to, like, what everyone else is talking about with the current series, because I used to just watch stuff about the older series that I was watching whenever somebody would do a video on them. I mean, he's literally a high school kid. He probably will grow and realize things like every other kid. I'm hoping. Again, I am open to that character becoming better. I think he'll be a better character. But, again, people are allowed to feel how they feel about him. I only watched 4 episodes of Kamen Rider Build. Is that you only watched it because you didn't like it, or you only watched it because that's how far you got? I hope, but given that is attached to the project, I doubt it. Yeah, that's the thing I don't do well with, is paying attention to production staff. I do that with a lot of things. I do that with music too, where I like... Just because I like somebody's other work, I don't really care about their new work. I want somebody to tell me this project is really good because of X reason. I feel music is different enough from TV shows and movies to make that comparison. But, so when I have, like, somebody says, these people were in the production, I still am more interested in the production than the history of the production, if that makes any sense. Kamen Rider Forze was a high school kid, and he grew into an amazing character. Yeah, but Forze was also just all about high school. So it's a weird thing. How's the doggy been? The doggy's been well. We are adding supplements into his diet right now and trying to trying to get a better consistency in some of his bathroom habits. Because if anyone doesn't know, I have a dog. He's over in that corner. His name's Big Boss, named after Metal Gear Solid. But he's been good. He's a good boy. Got a bath the other day. But thanks for asking about Boss. Seriously, is the evilest villain in the Riders have faced? All right. I'm gonna try to hit no on the save. I'm sure it's fine. I don't think I'm going to die in this next chapter. Big Boss is a great name. It is. I am not responsible for that name, but I do love it. He was found. He was almost ran over by my best friend's girlfriend's daughter's girlfriend. So, one night, here we are. We're chibi people now. So I gotta say, I like the sister character in this a lot more than Lon, the brother. But it's a good lighthearted game. Got freaking Unicorn Fox right here. Big Boss is a great name. That is a Metal Gear reference. But yeah, he was discovered, and the girl who found him was super obsessed with Metal Gear, so she named him after that because it fit. She wanted to name him BFD, Big Friendly Dog, but we all unanimously vetoed that. But she held on. She adopted him through the SPCA, and then we sorry, I got these guys rambling in my ears now. But we adopted him. She adopted him through the SPCA, and then surrendered him to us because his health habits and the work it took to get his health in a good spot was just too much work. And she was going through a lot of mental stuff at the time, so we took him over, and now he's our guy. Thoughts on Metal Gear movie coming out? The concept art is hyping me up. I have seen nothing about a Metal Gear movie. But I would love to see concept art, so send that my way. I didn't go see Johnny. Jace David Frank and Johnny Young Bosch was in state yesterday. When I see games that show a big open field, don't let you roam around it. I really hate that because I want to explore. There's part of me, that's what I was saying earlier. Part of me is like a little done with, not done. Done's not the right word. Part of me is a little just I don't know, open world games, like there's so many of them, they take so long to complete. Part of me just likes the fact that I'm in a hallway. You know, the hallway is a forest, but you know, you look at that open field map, it's a hallway, and I kind of like that I'm just going straight. I'm going in a dungeon, getting through the dungeon. I saw Jason David Frank at PMC, but I didn't get an autograph, or, you know, because you got to pay for autographs, and that's always a bummer. So finally made it to one of the many streams. Thank you, Cameron. Good to see you in here, man. Pokemon is a great mix between open and hallway games. Yeah, I think it works too, and I'm hoping that this game kind of, all of the open field areas have more of a Pokemon feel, because the gameplay certainly does. Sorry, I'm shifting here. But yeah, can you just, I guess I need to imprison. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if this game is dumb or if I'm going to super enjoy it. Right now I'm enjoying it though. No way I'm giving money to Jason David Frank. I don't know all of the, I guess, gossip on any of the Power Rangers actors. Because at the end of the day, like, I loved Mighty Morphin because it's the Power Rangers I grew up with, and it's what led me to Tokusatsu. But, you know, I don't care about Power Rangers. Like, you know, I care enough. If anybody has a name suggestion here, I am open to it. So first name I read, I'm going for. But yeah, I just don't care about Power Rangers too much. Like, I view it from afar. Like, I've never watched a Power Ranger season since like Turbo. So it's like I've never seen, like, I've seen episodes, but I've never like watched Late Speed Rescue or any of those. No, I didn't go see Dave Frank. I went to see Bosch, though. I'm super glad it was Jungle Fury. Marvelous. We will go. I don't know how big my text field is, but we will do marvelous. Oh, see, got that delay, so now everyone's giving it to me. There'll be more guys, so we'll get more names in there soon. Marvel. I'm bad at spelling things, so I'm secretly worried about misspelling it as I'm trying to find the letters. So, Marvelous. Spelled it the same way, so don't hate me. Looks good. His name's Marvelous now. MMPR is the best season ever. See, I mean, that's the other thing, is like, I love MMPR, but like, it's a little corny. It's pretty silly. You know, you got those episodes that are like, oh no, Billy got a B on his math test. Alright, we're just gonna skip through these cutscenes and we'll get back to the Roman. RPM is boring. See, and it's that one of my favorite things at Power Morphicon is the fact that everybody has different histories. I gotta let them finish talking about that. But everyone has different histories with Power Rangers, so everybody has a different season that they're you know, in love with. I'm also gonna change it so I'm walking around as the girl. And so it's kind of a lot of fun to see who's into what. See, RPM is boring. Those are fighting words. I knew that was going to be somebody was going to get contentious about it. It's just I wish people would get off of the nostalgia train with MMPR. That's fair. I mean, I was talking to my friend via text yesterday because he was like, "Man, Power Rangers are at Burger King right now," and I was just like, "What's that? What the fuck's that mean?" But if you get a Burger King kids meal, you can get an MMPR toy. And I'm just like, it's literally 22 years later since I was a young kid watching Power Rangers. And I'm like, man, I got Power Rangers toys and kids meals back then. So now our debate is what's better, the Power Rangers Pogs from McDonald's or the weird Power Ranger Funko Pops at Burger King right now. My first was Mystic Force. Favorite season is RPM. Yeah, see, I watch all of Linkara's history of Power Ranger stuff, so I know that stuff from there, of course. All right, now I gotta get my wandering little Marvelous. We'll call him Marvel. My first was Time Force. Some fans say MMPR is the best season, but they haven't seen anything past that. Layla, the history of Power Rangers in a nutshell. Time Force is greatest of all time. And that's the thing, like, I look at Time Force and I'm like, man, this looks like a way better show than MMPR. But that still doesn't change the fact that I'm notably blinded by the nostalgia for MMPR. Like the Dom, and he has the right to not watch other Power Rangers series. I really love Lightspeed Rescue. Lightspeed Rescue also looks good. While we were at Power Morphicon, we went to one of the production panels, and they said, I forget who, I don't know the producers' names. I'm sorry, but you know, he was talking about Saban, the guy who writes most Power Ranger seasons, and he was just like, yeah, you know, once Saban bought Power Rangers back from Disney, he said, we need to make it funny again. No more serious stories. And it's just like, so I guess you had to make it funny and lose all continuity. So, for whatever that's worth. But yeah, that stuff was like really disappointing. I'd rather watch MMPR than Samurai. I'm afraid that's probably true for me too. Some of the McDonald's Power Rangers toys are weird versions of the Zord. Yeah. I don't know that they combined. I think they just had like wheels and they were like cars. I definitely collected every one of them when I was a kid though, because for the toys for the Power Rangers movie. Is MMPR still an achievement? Zoo Ranger sucks. It's a miracle. I like Zoo Ranger. They made something popular of that. Master fan. I do probably meet Judd. I am pretty sure that's the right guy. I like Zoo Ranger too. It's okay. I've got a soft spot for Samurai. See, that's fine too. Like, I don't know. I think the thing that bothers me with Samurai and Ninja Steel is they feel like in what is it, Operation Overdrive? All the newer Saban, or Neo Saban. Get some arguments on that. But all the new Saban stuff, I always feel like continuity goes out the window, which is one of the things that always bothers me. Alex Hartman followed me on Twitter. Oh man, that's cool. All right, down the hallway I go. Nothing like a good treasure chest. Also, if anybody's wondering, I can turn back into big people.
So, Tama, I noticed Mirages disappear when we defeat them. Why is that?
Samerson's first season. Before I liked it, what? More along the lines of, we need to hit the same zeitgeist like we did from NPR, but people behind both Samurai and Megaforce don't know that times have changed. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, is like, I know more kids who got into Lightspeed and stuff like that in a deeper way than they did in any of the like newer Saban stuff, because it's too silly. Sorry, what was that about RB? So let's switch off Power Rangers, go to Ultraman. What do you think? I've only watched the first episode of is it Rube? Is that what people call it? Ultraman R&B, R/B, Rube. That's Lux Actor, right? No, that's Jason Vaughn. Sorry, I'm just reading things out loud. You play Jesus Botclad. Hyper, good to see you in here, bud. Takaru called. He wants his name back. You've been watching Disney. Disney Brain? I'm not sure what that is, so I'm going to say I haven't. I feel sorry for a Samurai cast. Most of them were pretty boy models with little acting experience. I mean, I think they purposely don't go for actors for Power Rangers episodes so they can pay them less. I just call Red and Blue. I like calling it Red and Blue because then it sounds like I'm talking about Pokemon. Rube is Rube, but pronounced Rube. See, I'm terrible with pronunciation on anything. Hyper. C, did you meet Disney Brain at PMC? I don't know who Disney Brain is, so I probably didn't meet them. He's a Power Rangers YouTuber. That makes sense. But no, I didn't meet them, unfortunately. Unless I did. I met a lot of people. Also a retired decom tuber. Ultraman Rub. That sounds like a different type of Ultraman to me. Yeah, he does good analysis. Maybe I'll check it out then. Like, I'm always into a good analysis guy. Paying back attention. I do love our Bahomets here. Ultraman Cheeto. Ultraman Rub and Engine Hentai. Go on her. That's a good old Patty. Well, I guess it doesn't matter that I blocked instead of attacking since he's just going to wipe me out in one hit. Ready? And boop. I've been booped. It is bringing some really thought-provoking I think that tough proven analysis, but I think that was thought-provoking analysis. Hyper, Layla, what's up, Hyper? Man, Hyper, you've really made the friends, man. That's why you got more subs than me. I think it was my favorite comment from you, which is like, hey man, how come my little sister has more subs than you? It's like, I don't know, man. I suck at making YouTube, I guess. Whenever she reacts to Patty's pervert jokes, I just want the Seinfeld jingle to play. That's fair. I don't know. Patty keeps my life interesting. Why is it... How can you sexualize an engine? Tell me more. Most underrated Toku-Rev. I appreciate that, Layla, but I feel like other people get more upset about subs and stuff for me than I do. Because I'm gonna do what I do, and I'm under 500, but honestly, that doesn't matter at all, because it's like, that's a lot of people. Like, it's 480 something, I think, right now, and that's a lot of people who to pretend to care about me or actually care about me. I say pretend to care because I get defensive of thinking that, 480 of those people care. If you try hard enough, you can sexualize anything. The reason why C has more subs than me, and I did a freaking abridged. I don't know, Blue. I think you do good work. But not kids. Dude, you need more subs. Surpass me. Go beyond. Plus, ultra. Insert Seinfeld jingle. It's because I start reading a Patty line. Why is it not? I think I clicked out of it. That's why. Damn Chocobo girl. But yeah, every time I read Patty's jokes, I realize halfway through it what I'm reading, and then I would just try to go quiet. I need to upload my tins. Fired up. I don't know what those emojis are. Are those dice rolls? I can't tell. Alright, let's go save this since I didn't actually save it earlier. I'm going to overwrite my progress there. Even though I haven't paid attention for more than 20 seconds on this game.
So, she's over at North Promenade.
North Promenade.
Oh, wow. She's so tiny. Is she,
I like how it froze me in place so they can finish their conversation. I'm almost ready to record and edit the first episode of Rider Retrospective. That sounds cool. I love retrospectives in general. I think that's why my favorite Toku-Rev episodes I've done have been the ones where I really heavily talk about the history stuff. So I should probably lean into that a little more since that's what I enjoy the most. But those are also the episodes I've done the worst, like the Lion Maruji and Tiger Mask episodes. Nobody cared about them in the same way. At least Lion Maru people had the Gaim references that they leaned into. We are playing Final Fantasy World. Feather, thanks for coming in. And I finally get to talk about Riku. I don't think I'm actually... What does it pick me up? Let's see what that do. Remove sleep. Makes sense. Basically, it's I'll say it's an energy shot. Alright, let's get out of here. I appreciate it, Hyper. Yeah, I'd love doing the Tiger Mask episode because it was just I don't know, it was... Sometimes it's nice to get something so left field. Because anytime I do Kamen Rider, I haven't really done anything for Super Sentai except for mentioning it in videos. But if I do something Kamen Rider related, it's I might not even get more views, but I get more interaction. People care more, or they at least want to tell me I'm wrong about an opinion. So, but it's I don't know, I get excited just to find new things that I've never heard about. The pick-me-up is a great perfume for any date. I do want to see a thing in Kamen Rider similar to how Philip and the Hard-Boiled... Sorry, I had no idea how to spell his name, but I think you know who I'm talking about and how they henshin. I want to see it. This stream sucks. Thanks, Patty. It's good to know I got that the periscope's working. So Patty, always there to check things for me. Dude, do you have a lot of... You do a lot of left video topics. I do, but that can only last for so long because, you know, until I read Japanese and I can just tell people about random things, or speak Japanese, understand Japanese, however you want to say that. Because, you know, there's not too many off the beating path things that got fan translations that I can talk about. Q Ranger has an overarching, a polar, a lot to talk about, though. It ain't gonna be good. I wanna watch Q Ranger just because Karn likes Q Ranger a lot, and if nothing else, I just like to talk to Karn about it. But yeah, it definitely, I've seen some polarized opinions there. All right. So I think I'm actually going to get into a part where I battle regularly. All right, Mirage, give me a name for this little floaty guy. First name I see, we'll get the name. Karn has bad taste in Toku. I don't know. I mean, I don't really care what people's taste is, honestly. I like getting opinions that are based off something. Like, if you're going to tell me a show's bad, tell me why it's bad. If you're going to tell me, you know, don't just say another show's better. Like, say, I prefer Build because of the way Sento and Banjo's relationship evolves throughout the show. Opposed to, like, I don't like Build because it's dumb. Or Build's good. He likes Showa versus Heisei. I don't know. I don't have a strong opinion on Showa and Heisei, honestly. Jupiter. Hey, Jupiter. Yeah, Jupiter is in here. I want to see you, Karn, Marcos, and Proto do a live stream. I've been on one Marcos live stream when he was doing Quiplash. I like Showa versus Heisei simply because it's cool concept. Oh wait, was the name? Did he say fuck because that's what I should name the Mirage here? But yeah, still looking for a name. So don't. Do you want me to name him Bryce, or are you saying Bryce? Rider Fairy, that's my name. Rider Fairy, I'll go with it. Sorry, there's a bunch of messages I'm catching up here reading. Like the plot, why Q Ranger is bad. Lucky. The plot, I don't know who Lucky is, so. The plot is boring. Lucky. Too many Rangers. Lucky. It's annoying. Lucky. There you go. See? Somebody else says it ain't bad. What was the one I said? Rider Fairy. I'll say Rider Fairy. That's good. I like Rider Fairy for a name. Right. And I know how to spell Rider, so that makes me less nervous about typing it. Do I have spaces, though? No? No space, huh? We'll just capitalize it. Rider Fairy. There you go. Lucky is Q-Red. Rider Fairy, name it that. Name the next one Arlo. You gotta say it when I get them up there. But it won't be too long. I'll grab another one in this next section. So I'm gonna be big peoples. But yeah, Q Ranger is still on the list to watch. That might be one of the first Toku-Revs I do, but I might try to do a catch-up video, because I don't know how far I'm going to go on Loop Hat, because Loop Hat is not working for me. I'm going to give it to at least episode 20, so there'll be at least 2 catch-up videos of Loop Hat. I do want to see a female rider main character. I do too. Obviously, there's a lot of cultural things that make that different for us than it would for the Japanese audience, but Certainly, especially with the whatever university it is in Japan that showed a large changing of test scores for their university admittance for females because they don't want more female doctors than male doctors. Certainly that makes me want a female writer more in that society than anything else, just because it's you know, it's a different type of gender disparity than we have. But it's also not maybe my place to comment in depth on that. No, the whole reason it took so long for the Sixth Ranger in Sentai is because the people at Toei thought it would go against the core idea of Sentai to have one character be more glorified than the others. Then we got Lucky Ranger. No female lead in Kamen Rider.
I guess we can't necessarily rule it out. But for somebody
Larry the Cable Guy voice. Now that's funny right there. Deca Master fan, yeah, I'm sorry. Kind of makes you sexist. I don't think it makes him sexist if he doesn't want a Kamen Rider female writer. I like strong female characters. I always have. Nothing to do with modern day feminism or anything like that. I just kind of like having stronger female characters. I think it brings another dimension to things. When it comes to Rider, it gets kind of complicated because I always have to remember that it's a kid show more than anything. It's a kid show first. You know, I especially have a hard time reminding myself that it's a kid show as I've been watching Build, and I have these really, really emotional reactions to it. Yes, I know what a save crystal does. You've already let me use the crystal. Why are you telling me? All right, guys, I don't want to have the sexist debate. If we can avoid it, if you guys really need to hash that out, please do. But yeah, that's the other. I don't think it's going to happen, like, at all. Like, there was a small part of me that very much did want Geo to be a female rider just because it would be a cool change up, and I'm always for changing things up. All right, listen here, squirrel. All right, so we're going to try to imprison the squirrel. Yeah, we're going to get him? No, we didn't get him. You should put Lightspeed Rescue on the Toku-Rev list. Like, actual Lightspeed or like the adaptation or what it's adapted from? I don't even know what's adapted from without looking it up. The recent High Guardian Spice and see, I'm going to kill it if I attack it, right? Yeah, it's dead now, so all right, we'll try to get in the next one. I kind of want to see Shocker again. I would love Shocker to come back. And I mean, they might, right? Like, doesn't one of the riders have Shocker in their helmet or something? Or isn't that Uma Geo? Doesn't he have Shocker on his visor? I honestly don't care for character. Yeah, I think me and Patty have had that conversation on Twitter once or twice. Thank you, little guy. I wonder if that means when I die, if the environment, like, goodies reset too. Yeah, it's very, very Pokemon-ish, and I'm a grind a little bit and, you know, attack some dudes. I'm gonna see if I can just set the menus to the classic mode in the main menu. I can fast forward the battles if you don't like the active system. Let's do Y. And then let's try to imprison him. I feel like when there's two, it gives me a better chance of catching them, but that might just be my interpretation. There's only so many deals I can deal with Shocker, for God's sake. I probably have a different feeling on it just because I haven't watched so much. Like I haven't watched a lot of Showa series completely, but I haven't watched. The only Heisei series I've really watched are, you know, Double and now Build. But like I've watched maybe an episode from most of the other Heisei era Kamen Riders. All right, naming the Mirage. Name it Dave. Oh no, yeah. You know, I just hit it first, so whoever types it first, either Arlo or Dave, type them again. I'm thinking Shocker Riders, but for the Heisei Riders, so Heisei Riders. That was a lot of shocker in a sentence. All right, Patty won. Dave it is. I just didn't want to give unfair advantage because I don't know when Arlo was typed up again. The next one we'll try to get Arlo. Looks good. All right. You know what? I need to stack these guys. Stack set up. I'm doing mostly big guys, so we'll worry about them. He's got the cat. She can have Chocobo. He can have. I don't think I want to do her, do I? Yeah, I do. I think in the configuration I can change the battle menu to classic. Oh, I want active and classic. Yeah, let's do random battle theme. Also, okay, I got the message speed. It saved my settings, so that's cool. Let's go to abilities and set these for a second. So, no. I want your fire ability, and we'll make you A. And so none of these guys have abilities, right? Just me and Marvelous trailing behind me here. Dave the Big Squirrel. Like, what if I still want to say Zeo every time I see it, because I just don't know how to make that Geo in my head. Like, what if Geo was cloned or something and had all of his ride watches except his own token, and Shocker Riders used the powers of past riders against him? I could get into that. Dave the Bird Squirrel. Lupat is fun. Patty, when will you watch Arlo? Alright, so I'm not going to touch the big thing this time. I think I'm going to run around and grind a little bit, though. Is it bad that I don't like Geo design, but I'm already thinking of a fan-made Geo Rider? I don't think it's bad, but yeah, I already told you. Yeah, for the record of everybody else who's in here, I do like Geo's design. I get a little weird when it comes to the gimmicks on the shoulders on the other forms, but his base design I'm really into. Whenever I play Spider-Man, all I can think is that I am the invincible man, Spider-Man. Hey guys, been ages. Usama, how you doing, bud? Good to see you. Patty, he did multiple. Abilities, wind. Sorry, I haven't used the classic menu too much, so I'm trying to see what I have in these. So I got Foxfire. Yeah, let's fire him up. Let's overkill the shit out of him. I think Jiro needs more color. I think I just like mostly black riders. Not sure what that means. But I like mostly black suits. Like Gates has more color. Yeah, I mean, I think that's why I like him, but you know, that I think I like Night Rogue a lot because he's mostly dark colors. But if somebody doesn't, it makes sense. What's my health at? 98, 81, 77, 98. Yeah, I can live for a few more battles. Try to get my grind on here. Gates' design is okay. I like Gates too. I like both of them. I just I like Geo more, but sorry, my brother is bothering me. Don't let him bother you. Nah, sorry, your brother's bothersome. I like Black and Joker and RX, but Geo has a lot of blandness to his design. See, I don't know. I love his like the watch band down his center. Maybe I just like basic things, because I have a couple of friends that I always spam with Kamen Rider stuff that does not care about Kamen Rider, and most of them have really liked Geo's design. So, Gates is based on Geschlack watch. It's fantastic. I don't know how to say that word right. It looks German. But, cool. Like, I don't, you know, I assume Geo is kind of more like a Rolex. There you go. Patty. What hentai is the best soundtrack? And now we got One Winged Angel playing in the battle music here. We're gonna raise that up a little bit. I actually like Gates' henshin pose, not just for the Ryuki connection, but it shows that he doesn't have experience with the driver, unlike Suguru, who seems to be more experienced. G-Shock. Okay, there you go. Insert Seinfeld theme here. That's my interpretation of Seinfeld. Remember the good old days of wandering around, grinding.
Here we go!
I replayed Mega Man Battle Network. I've never played. I've played it. I just have never played more than an hour of Mega Man Battle Network. I always want to. Is the story in the Battle Network games good? Because I feel like that would pull me in all the way. But every time I go to play it, it's like this. Like, I'ma play it, and then something happens immediately after, and I do not go any farther with it. They brought Kamen Rider Gates way too early. I mean, I don't know how they're going to interact with each other. Like, I guess I'm not asking for spoilers, but like, I don't know. Does Kamen Rider Geo and Gates, do they like team up in the next episode? Because I've only watched episode 1. But if, like, part of me really wants, like, Gates to constantly be chasing Geo for a little bit, like, through the different times and stuff, and he caused more problems than Geo is. And then them kind of come around, but I'm pretty sure that's not the show they're going to give me. They brought Kamen Rider Gates way too early. Patty, why don't you be a real man and play through Super Tough Classic and X games? And I've never beat them because you suck at them. You know what I find cool is my new school, and I know as the drawing kid. I don't know what happened to me. At some point in life, I stopped drawing a lot, but I always drew a whole bunch in, like, elementary and middle school. Basically, I became a freshman in high school, got really into music, and I guess that was the end of my drawing career.
That wasn't so bad.
But I was always known as drawing kid up until high school. You know what I find cool? Yes. Also, Battle Network has an anime I want to watch. I've seen that it has an anime. Hyper, I haven't seen you for 3 days. Hyper's been missing. Yeah, I like Mega Man games, and I like the X games. But I like RPGs more than anything. So that's why I always want to get into the Battle Network games. At school, I feel like everyone around me is being super moody and depressed. Oh, right, yeah. I got this terrible intro sequence coming up. I'm gonna turn the volume down. I think it like switches into like an anime intro at some point. I know Deca, it's because of school. I feel like the only one with positivity. Yeah. I don't know. I was a depressed ass teenager, so when it came to that, I definitely wasn't breaking a mold or anything. I was your typical moody teenager. Oh. Got this nice little music anime going on. Like, I feel like I don't want to see any of this stuff that the game's showing me right now. So it all seems like kind of spoilery. Like, I kind of want to, whenever I play an RPG, I want to go into it as blind as possible so that like I'm actually discovering the world as organically as I can. Like, that's why I suck with like trailer season if there's a game I really want to play, because it's like I don't want to see like character introductions. I want to like learn them through the game. Stoops. Enemies. I feel like the game is like story wants to pull like a like Sword Art Online kind of thing. Like, it turns out I was in the game all along. Hey, look, the only bit of 2D animation they could afford. I mean, it's also weird because it started with like CG cutscenes, and then it just like turned like this music sequence, and then it just turns into this. They got Squall there. And they got Titus. I think it's Titus. Is that Lightning? I think it's Lightning. Cecil. They got the twins holding hands, riding on a big fox. Usama, welcome back, bud. How much do you want to bet this animation reduced by A1? If you want to look it up and confirm that, I bet you're probably right. I forgot you don't see my messages, if I swear. Do I not see your messages if you swear? Or is that I swear? $1,000 blue. How are y'all? Because I got a lot to talk about. Joking. Hopefully. I got to figure out how to adapt to Kamen Rider. What season of Kamen Rider are you trying to adapt? I can use this to my advantage. Or you just want to adapt like a whole new thing off of the original concept? Oh no, they had to resort to using chibis to cut the budget. I mean, the whole game can be chibi if I wanna. You can. I'm not selected. Let me select over there. I can chibi it up. Now we chibis. Now we not. I'm gonna choose to not be a chibi or a lilikin in the world of the game. I gotta figure out how to adapt Kamen Rider. I can use this to my advantage. Oh no, they had to resort to chibis. Hey everyone. I'm back. What did I miss? You missed the animes, Bryce. All the animes happened. There's a big... I hit like the title sequence, which is all anime cutscene. I'm gonna turn the game audio back up on the stream. Usama. Fun fact, Thundercats is anime. Is it? Did they have Thundercats in Japan? Oh, pluck my needles, if you know what I mean. Is he addressing me or the people? Get out of my face, Cactor. Everybody's just like throwing some puns in this game. Hyper artist, so good. Don't start me on Thundercats. So, Mr. IC, who is the biggest boy of all time? I'm not sure what that means. I'll be sure to rewatch the stream later. By the way, if you saw me on Twitter, just wondering, what were you doing on Twitter? How's my stream? I haven't even looked at the health. Hopefully I haven't dropped or anything. It says I've dropped 413 frames. I guess I went down at one point. I thought it was Black Cat, not Thundercats. All the animation in Thundercats was done in Japan. I read dope in Japan. Is this too coaching? I have MMPR nostalgia goggles. Obtain the semi-lifetime pass. Let's get that out. Cactuar would be way better than Bootleg Noami. My final art project at a concept art school is actually creating a production art for Kamen Rider, like series. Haha. We dope in Japan, y'all. I don't know that this is here or there, if you guys even would care about knowing such things about my life, but me and Brienne, my girlfriend, are planning to make a trip to Japan in October of 2020. So 2 years from now. But just that's a time we have to like save and the other things we have between that period. And I still got to get like a passport and stuff. But we're going to go to Japan. It's probably just going to be like, I'm going to try for 2 weeks, but you know, we're working all that out now. I'm, you know, we got all that planned. So just saying, I don't know if people care about that, but I'm excited about it, even though it's 2 years away. What would you do if you had a Gaia memory, but no driver? I don't know. It'd be hard to not like smack myself up like a dope fiend. Vlogs? I don't know, maybe. I'll definitely do something, because the things I want to do in Japan are definitely, you know, some of them are Toku related. Like, I want to go to the Ultraman Stadium and see a live Ultra show. Vlogman. 2020. I can't wait because they'll release the Miss Marvel film. Nah, they would. Women take over the world. Tall girls or small girls? I don't have a girl preference, if I'm being honest. I hope Miss Marvel film is good. Muslim reputation depends on it. I'm already planning to adapt Kamen Rider for a while now. Geomining. I'll go to full charge. What Gaia memory would you take? Oh, I don't know. I think that's a better question for you guys than me. What Gaia memory do y'all think I would take? Because, you know, it's hard to view yourself in terms of Gaia memories. I am also dying to these guys, and I have not saved in a bit, so... I think I'm going to use a potion if I don't die first. Items, potion, me. Because I'm not paying attention, so I'm just getting the shit beat out of me. Oh well. Oh no, I've unstacked. Oh well. Oh shit. Whatever. I really don't want to lose this fight to like what is pretty much a give me battle. Alright, just one more hit should get him, right? Oh, fuck. There we go. Now I can't imprison him. Alright, cool. Back to there then. So I saw Joker memory. Hito! Joker! Boy, I have a preference for girls. Luna. Trigger. Fang. I would take the video memory to make good vids. I think Wizard's favorite ring is the big ring. Deca Master. Hoping for the best on that. Writing is super hard for me. If you're looking to pitch it to studios, get ready with a nice art book too. It helps to sell the ideas. Man, I've never even considered like what all goes on. Sorry, my shoulder's itchy. I just looked at the camera feed and realized I look like a crazy person with my hand in my shirt. This is like, yeah, I especially if I'm comparing it to Nier, I would say this is maybe the polar opposite of that. It is, I wanted something light because I haven't streamed in a while, so I didn't want to go too crazy on it. XA would be good, starting point to adapt. I think XA would be cool. I think Build could make a really cool show, but, you know, it would have to depend on like how into it you could go. But even just making like a story that is completely divorced from how Build rolls and doing its own thing, I think would be super cool. Exuding all over. I feel like you couldn't adapt anything that was like before Double. Like basically it would have to be all the Heisei stuff. Just because I can't imagine like seeing something like not in HD transformed at this point. Why does girl got fish on her head? Well, now you have. Stop being racist. Show Henshin Kamen Rider Kuga. Build, I'll say you need to cut some toys for Build like Great Cross. X8 in America would be like the polar opposite in terms of what games they would reference. Kabuto would be fine since the footage is in HD. Oh, you're right. I'm already had a story pitch for Kamen Rider Kuga adaptation.
Oh my gosh. I am so sorry.
It would be like Mario Kart Rider or something. That would be funny. I don't know, yeah, I think X8 could be cool. I think if you based it in high school and had it and like leaned more into the video game thing than the doctor thing of the X8 show, I think that could make that's where I would go with a X8 adapt.
Still, the fact of the matter is, we didn't do anything all that outstanding.
Yeah, we're more the insane types.
I'm pretty sure that in-standing isn't an actual word.
Forgive me. It's just so hard to believe that you two are the stuff of prophecies.
Prophecies? Oh, that's right. I think I heard the townsfolk going on about some kind of
Yeah, I'm agreeing with
prophecy
Bryce on that. A lot of people do forget that adapting, you can make that story anything you want. It's just about how you match the footage to it. I think that ends up being the... Because, you know, like if I adapted, you know, I'm not that I am, but, you know, if I was to try to think up something for Build, I probably wouldn't have anything to do with like the Skywall or Pandora's Box or any of that stuff.
Under the rule of Randallus, the Herald King.
I raised the game volume a bit just because I'm listening to it more because I'm getting past the point I was at when I was playing by myself. So if it's too loud, let me know. I wasn't a big fan of Forza and how it was set in school, so it was kind of weird when I heard it was popular the first time. Yeah, I think I don't struggle with it being in school. And again, I haven't watched like the whole series. I've just watched a couple episodes, but I'm fine with it being in school. I get kind of weirded out by how silly the character is, which is people's current complaint. It grows on you from what I've seen, but the I want to be everyone's best friend is just like, okay.
Weak to futures?
It is. It is. He is very enthusiastic and go lucky. I have a message on Twitter. Oh, okay. The concept art. there you go. Sorry, I haven't looked at my phone this whole stream, but I will definitely check that out. Thank you, Gio.
I'm afraid there's just no hope for them.
Yeah.
So, the giants from the hill.
I'm gonna skip this scene. I keep forgetting I can skip scenes to get to the part where I can play the game. So, but yeah, he grew on me. Just my initial reaction was just like, oh, this is a little silly.
Wind our way down to reach the exit.
But I was totally fine with him being in high school.
Funny way to build a town.
Oh, it's not strange to
Power
me.
Rider Arcade. A virus is running through Gen Corp's games, turning people into monsters. 5 kids are chosen for their gaming skills to fight against them to become Power Riders. My approach is, why not create a Kamen Rider-like series with a lot of references to the series? Kamen Rider Kuga had a Blu-ray DVD release.
What are we gonna do? Oh, say.
Just how some of the teachers are like, although that might be more of a pro. Alright, yeah, I'll get you hammer, boy.
Thank you.
That was in it. Just some of the teachers are like, although that might be more of a pro. Adapt Gaim, but make it less sad. Give me your pitch, Bryce. How would you adapt it? We'll save here. I haven't watched Gaim. Like, I haven't watched any Gaim. So, I'm at a loss when it comes to that. I want to know what these chocobos are doing back there. Of course, there's a save point right here. To be honest, I wish they just subbed Kamen Rider officially and put it on an international streaming site. It would grow the audience. I 100% agree. I also don't know if they care about growing the audience. A lot of it is that not a lot of people here would watch it if it was on, like, say if it was on Netflix. Netflix would have to pay a lot of money because Kamen Rider is such a popular franchise there. So for them, it's like, you know, it's worth as much as something like Game of Thrones to Toei. And so streaming or leasing that out to a streaming service would just be too much. Because, I mean, I don't know how many people have watched Kamen Rider Amazons on Amazon Prime. A young man who is the best historian at his school is chosen by the Phantom Hoodies to save the 15 Cyballs from evil. I would adapt Kamen Rider Gaim and make it even sadder. Jupiter, hey, it's the Five Apologists. Not Phantom Hoodies. All right, let me reread it. A young man who is the best historian at his school is chosen by the Phantom Souls to save the 15 Cyballs from evil. I could get into it.
Nebula is somewhere northeast of Cornelia, right?
Time to go hustle and rustle a little mirage muscle.
Just don't hustle so much that you get yourself lost, okay? I might just leave you there.
Alright, so last time I went right to the cave, which is the dungeon I'm going for. But I would very much like to see what's up here, which is probably just a dead end and I can't go there. Or they're going to be like, you gotta go to the cave, you can't go exploring.
Wow, the air here is so clean.
Yeah, right?
Yahoo!
Which is what I figured.
Or a Yahoo!
Yeah, it looks like it's just invisible wall on me.
Shout for it to work. Yahoo!
I don't know about this guy. I guess keep the idea of the Helheim Forest like how they did in Samurai and have a wise person give the main character his driver, and that's all I have. Masked Rider Drive. A man drives a car and eventually becomes the car, and now he is Drive. That's my adaptation. Power Rider Drive. A police officer best scientist friend is killed. A police officer's best scientist friend is killed in an accident by robots. The scientist is alive in a belt. It's alive in a belt and gives the police officer a power to fight the robots. I would readapt Kamen Rider Faiz. Things I would change are add more King, keep character drama, keep the deaths, but make Kiba a good guy by the end. But I would not put it in school. Spoiler, if you haven't seen Faiz, sorry, I haven't seen Faiz, but it's alright. I'm gonna, if I go and watch Faiz, I'm gonna forgot all about that. Spoiler if you haven't seen, yeah, okay. I read that.
Be careful. The mirages in here are a lot stronger than any you faced before.
They're a lot the stronger.
Mess around in the never
I don't want to talk. I just want to fight.
Oh, there's another gate.
I'm going to get the official adaptation rights from Toei. Godspeed. I would love to have a Toei representative contact me, so if you're a Toei representative, please contact me. I'd love to make a deal where I can cover Toei content without getting smacked.
Shortcut, huh?
So, like, if we wanted to go back to Cornelia right this instant...
Power Rider Lockenstock. Monster starts coming, and a mysterious man in a fedora is giving people a belt to become Power Riders. But a war is about to break out between riders over the ultimate fruit. It might not go anywhere without lots of money. Hey, you don't know how much money that man's packing. Blue, give that to Karn. Karn, I'm sure, would love to do a Gaim one. I think some of the fun for Karn doing Power Rider was just doing it while I'm gonna grind the shit out of it, because I definitely got to the end of this one and got my ass handed to me. So I'm gonna pump myself up a little bit. Let's do you, and we'll do the Libra. Keyword being try. I would try to make a shot-for-shot remake of Black RX's Dual Henshin from Decade. He did Gaim commercials, but not a dub. He didn't do a dub, but I think he would. I think he'd be into that. I think he'd be all about it. But if you beat him to the punch, beat him to the punch. All right, I'm just gonna beat the shit out of these guys for a little bit. Get them levels up.
We did it! Good job!
In the X8 adaptation, I will keep the Doctor theme. So again, I haven't watched X8. Does the Doctor theme play a big part in the actual like battle portions of it? Like I know they use like viruses and stuff like that, or buster viruses. Is that what, or isn't? That's what they're called, right? Buster viruses. And that turns people into monsters. But does that ever like play into like their suit motif?
Right, let's do this.
Power Rider Duel. A cocky boy and antisocial girl are roped in to become one single Power Rider together to stop USB distribution. I feel like the USB distribution has to be like pirated software. Alright, I'm gonna try to capture this boy. Power Rider Duel. I think I read that one. Power Rider Plus. A detective goes on a case only to find his long-lost best friend and discover they have a strange ability to fuse. Meanwhile, a virus is spreading and it's up to them to stop it. Nope, killed him. I wanted to capture him. It plays into the fights a lot. Hunter Tinsley, the one who defeated the Demon King, Decafan, had, after 80 years of glory, finally breathed his last, his successor. Sorry, sneezes happened. Most of the game stuff influences the suit portion of the series. Well, you can remove the doctor context in adaptation. Well, he said he wanted to keep the doctor context, so that's why I was curious how much it like plays into its overall theme, because they would, you know, probably only adapt the fighting parts. How did me and Bluey come up with 2 distinct Kamen Rider double adaptations? But how will I do the Bugster virus concept? Oh yeah, me and my friends were having an argument, who is better, Michi for. I don't know what that means. Alright guys, give me the name. Mandragora. Mandragora? Mandragora. I would totally be a part of that. Oh. Power Rider Primal. Spirits. One day, a boy with no calling in life meets a man who is a red Power Ranger. He then takes the boy under his wing to teach him the value of life and importance of tradition. Leaf Boy. Leaf Boy wins. Nah. Leaf and capital B. Oi. What is this? Oh, it's a J. Okay, it just looks weird there next to the I. Anyway, Leaf Boy. Looks good to me. Kevin, I am sorry. Wasn't thinking too hard. It's alright. I like Leaf Boy. Patty Murphy. Sounds like hippie like. Me and my friend are having an argument. Who is better, Michi from Gaim or Philip from Double? I didn't watch Gaim, so I can't comment. I did take inspiration from Juhora. Where am I at on life? Can I make it? I should probably head back. So let's travel. So I'm gonna grind for a little bit, so if you all want to keep spitting out adaptations at me, and hopefully my reading them isn't like super annoying. Michi did nothing wrong.
Huh? Look at the stone! It's so pretty!
Oh, those are the called
No.
mirages. They're specialty items made by isolating a mirage's ability. If either the one of you equips them, you'll be able to wield whatever the
Huh.
abilities they hold.
I didn't know about this concept.
Mirages with the right staff can make for a powerful combination.
I know.
Therapy is in charge. Grimlock.
Talk with her?
Just between us, I've heard the chocobo on Chocolate's head is the real her.
Ooh.
Just kidding.
Prism case. Should I test? I don't know what this means. All right, we're not gonna mess with that until I understand it better. I'll figure that out off stream. After training defeating demons, face successor Demon King. Power Rider Astro Blaster. A high school student is given the power of the cosmos and not only fights monsters, but tries to help other people along the way. DNA Charge Overdrive. DNA Burst Mode. Gonna peace for a bit and play some Overwatch. Have fun with the stream, guys. Thanks for hanging out, Gio. I really appreciate you coming in, man. I know we have like kind of sparse interactions here and there on Twitter, so it's good to have you hanging out. Power Rangers Train Force. One day the world is absorbed in darkness. The only 6 chosen people can save it, but none of them are really competent at their jobs. That's a good one. I have an idea for Toei and HiC. I think you're going to like this. Kamen Rider HiC. I don't have any idea for the story. Yeah, I mean, I already got the avatar going. Oh, one person heard me do angry voice and said, "You sound like Goku." I mean, I'd be okay if I sound like Goku. What? Let me rest. That's why I'm here. Just trying to heal myself. I wanted to see who the princess lady was. What is Princess Sarah from? Oh, okay, the original Final Fantasy. That's why. Since none of those characters left any kind of a lasting impact. Final Fantasy X... Was that 13.2? Yeah, it's 13.2. So, I didn't play 13 or 13.2, or at least enough of it to care. Power Rider Wizard. A wizard comes across a woman clinging on life and uses magic to keep her alive and fight monsters. But how long can she survive? By the way, I missed your rabbit stream, HiC. Think you were doing Ultra Galaxy or something. I was. I've been watching a lot of Ultra Galaxy. There'll probably be a Toku-Rev of that at some point in the future. It's pretty good. It's a good departure for everything else I've watched in the Ultra series. It's just like Pokemon, so I guess I'm just in a Pokemon mood. Maybe that's why I wanted to play this, because I've been watching Ultra Galaxy.
Steak. Now that you mention it, I'm starving. You got anything else tasty on the menu?
Oh, sure. Here you are. Might I recommend today's special, the samagi soup?
Stop that! We'll never get to the point if you egg them on like that!
You want eggs?
Oh, fried? Sunny side up?
All we've got is scrambled.
Just tell us about the wigways!
I'll talk about Rabbit in a second.
Basically just
Taking in this scene a little bit.
kids call it fast travel. You get to zip around every which way using one of those gooey doohickeys.
Gooey doohickeys.
I don't think you're allowed to go there.
Graphics user interface.
What if the food's a little gooey? I'll still eat it.
We're not talking about food!
Oh, wait, I get it. All that business about steak, that was a pun. Nice one, Ron.
Alright. I think this character is winning for my favorite.
I realized something just now. We can never go leave Mom and Sarah be alone together.
Nothing good could come of it.
Press X anywhere 9 hills to open a list of shortcuts. You can save these windways to help warp around town. That's cool. So I assume that means it'll twins room. Awesome. So then I can just that'll be very helpful. Anyway, Rabbit is a streaming service that lets you watch videos together. If you follow me on Twitter, that's usually where I post those going on. So obviously I can't stream shows on YouTube or I will be copyright struck into oblivion. But yeah, it's, you know, I'm watching Ultra Galaxy, whatever it's called. The rest of it's called Ultra Galaxy Monster Battle or something. But you know, I'm watching it on Amazon Prime and streaming it to Rabbit. So if you ever, you know, want in on that, I would suggest following me on Twitter. Hyper, I get that. And yes. DNA full charge. Geo Greymon. Digivolve to Ha-Razi Greymon. Recently read a lot of manga and caught up onto them. I have still not read any manga in the last 8 months that we've been talking about manga. Dr. Stone, Noyaba, and lots more, man. What's Dr. Stone? That sounds, I don't know why Dr. Stone just sounds interesting to me, but Gets that reference. Thank you, Bryce. We'll travel. Let's go. Another nebula. And we'll grind some more and collect some more rock dudes because I'll need them later in the dungeon. So, you know, I've had a decent number of viewers this whole stream, which is a little weird.
Guess we're doing this.
I guess I shouldn't be weirded out by that. I do put a stream on for people to watch, but I think it's just like that feeling of being like, oh, people, maybe they don't hate me. I'm like getting the shit beat out of me on this one. Stupid rock guys. Makosatsu! What's going on here? I can't talk because I'm gonna die because I'm in an active time battle here.
Good job.
Sorry, I heard a bunch of bleeps go off, so. Finally this one gets the reference. Bryce, I watched Digimon. I swear no one likes Data Squad. Markusatsu, thanks for coming in, my man. It's been a while. Haven't seen you for a while in person. I grew up with it. Makos Kita. Dude, no one hates you. You're an awesome person. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate that. No, it's I don't know. It's just a weird thing. Like, you're just like, oh, yeah, I'm doing a thing to be entertaining. And, you know, you get shitty comments from people online. I mispronounced Princess Mononoke in a video, and dude was really upset about it. So, you know, sometimes hit you in weird ways. But I've seen Marcos's comment section, and whew, sometimes people get a little, like, stupidly vicious over that. But thank you, Marcos. Dr. Stone. Oh, here, I'm gonna try to collect the third rock dude here. Except they're beating the shit out of me. So maybe I'm not. I don't think there's any. I don't think it hurts me if I die. So it's not the end of the world, but. I'm going to fuck this little onion dude up, though. You mispronounce a Japanese word when you're American. That's a sin against nature. I mean, I try hard, and I don't think people are wrong if they get annoyed by that kind of thing. Oh, I clicked out of it. That's why I can't attack. No wonder I'm losing, because I thought I was attacking. Alright, let's imprison him. Do we get the rock guy? But yeah, I try really hard to pronounce it right, and I fuck it up all the time. It's probably not something new. Probably always gonna mess it up. They're just not gonna let me imprison this little dude. Huh. Getting the ball. There you go. Now I got him. I'm all caught up on Dr. Stone. It's a good macaroni. I didn't actually read your definition, though. Dr. Stone is about a whole world has turned to stone, and years later, our intelligent and dumb protag... sorry, now I'm lost it. Breaks off from the stone and are alive. They figure out the mysteries and rebuild the world. That actually sounds cool. That sounds really cool, actually. Blasphemy. You are blasphemic. Sea language. Name that rock one Arlo. This one is definitely named Arlo. Wait, did we name anything Arlo yet? Nothing's been named Arlo. You've gotten very sneakily beat to the punch to name things Arlo, so your time has arrived. Arlo it is. We got him. Looks good. I am caught up as well. Alright. Sorry, I was getting my butt handed to me in the grinding. I think, because I can change it back later, but for now, I think I need to change the battle system to wait. We're going to go to wait, so that way I'm not, when I click off the screen or something, I'm not getting my butt handed to me. Should have misspelled Arlo. I misspell enough naturally, so. Battle items. I'll use a potion. Do you want to fired? Nah, it's all good. I mean, again, not to rehash it again, I just feel like I keep getting halfway through the thought. I don't get upset when people are annoyed that I mispronounce things, but, you know, maybe the reaction being, it's pronounced this way, you moron, is not the most healthy reaction to have.
Victory!
If I have one problem with Dr. Stone, it's that the protagonist feel invisible half the time, like there's no tension, because they have science and the enemy doesn't. Also, I found an anime trying to talk about the human body and how try to make cancer a sad character. You should feel sorry for no joke. It's real. Is it like cancer's just misunderstood?
Okay, here we go.
I won't hold
Just one little onion, dude. Oh, they ain't even gonna give me any experience for that one. Leveling up. Should have made cancer a jerk. He should just be like busting in on people's houses, like, yo, I live here now. You out. Just like messing up lymph nodes. I like watching you two debate Dr. Stone. Patty, you had cancer. Thank God you survived. I had cancer once, so I don't think I'd like the show. That's fair. But yeah, also glad it wasn't, hopefully didn't have long-term ramifications from it. Messing up these rock dudes. Level up. Dr. Stone 4 Stone 420 blaze it. What do you have cancer? Really, God, well. Blue doesn't get it. Oh no. I've never done a drug, I've never smoked pot in my life, but I do enjoy a good 420 blaze it joke.
Here we go!
On that note, I definitely, while I was in California for Palmorphicon, second day there, me and Lambo definitely went to a dispensary, and it was the nicest dispensary I'd ever seen. It was like the best customer service I've ever received anywhere. Was some dudes trying to sell me pot. Legal pot. Yeah, brain cancer, so I had to get an open brain surgery. My left eye was a bit fucked up for a bit. It was in the right side of my brain, but it's better now. Well, I'm glad it's better, man. That sounds really intense. Not the same thing. But I had a coworker, which is kind of why I've been so busy lately and I haven't had time for stuff, who had a brain aneurysm. So basically a blood vessel in their brain started swelling really swelling and pushing against their skull. They were having like really bad migraines at work. I was a little concerned because they didn't historically have a lot of migraines, at least not ones that had them calling out of work. And went to the hospital and had emergency surgery a day later. So, you know, get serious. So, but yeah, open brain surgery sounds like a really bad time. Also, what is a wobble stopper? Completely stabilizing a wobbling stack. Makes sense. What's my health at? 125. Yeah, I can keep battling for a bit. Stop with the nut kicking. Patty, you're super duper uber lucky. Cooper goober tougher than a cookie. I don't know how tough cookies are, but my left nut hurts. Hey, C, I need to do something, so I'll be gone for a bit, but I'll return. All right, no problem, man. I was unconscious for like a week afterwards. That sounds crazy, bud. Was it something you knew about for a while, or did it just like out of nowhere hit you?
Yeah.
Predictable.
What level am I at? 5, 5, 5. We're all at 5s. We 5s. We 5s. That's pretty. It is pretty intense. It's like, Patty, you earned all my sympathy. So now, you know, you get to be a jerk whenever you want.
All right.
Good job.
But no, on the serious side, I'm really glad. Patty wakes up first thing about make up Mima. What just happened? Did anybody go up? So how does the other guys, they get experience too, right? Just probably not as much as my main ones. Let me look at the tip jar, not the adventure log. To look at the tip jar. Classic battle. Topping in the tip jar. Lincoln Giants. Change leaders. Imprisonment. One of these has got to tell me about experience, which is the second to last one. Between all participating party members, mirages that are accompany you but didn't fight in the battle still receive a flat 8% of the total experience earned. However, mirages in your prism case get nothing. So make sure to bring mirages along if you are trying to make them stronger. Okay. I knew about it since I was 9 and got the surgery when I was 16, but I got chemo in between, but that didn't work, so I had to get open brain surgery. Yikes. That's a long time to go with that stuff. Yeah, man, that sounds intense. So if anybody wants to, I don't know, this is unrelated to that, but people should know, while at PMC, I met Bulk and Skull. And while I was meeting Bulk, there was this whole series of really messed up events. I'm not going to get into the emotional side of it for me too much. But I'm in line, and it's maybe 8 people trying to get autographs with Bulk and Skull at this point. And they'd been there for maybe 6 hours just signing stuff. They got some food on the side. It's the first time getting a dinner break. Or they're not actually getting a break. They're just eating in between photos and stuff. And so it's about 7, 8 people in line, and they look at me and they go, "Hey, we're going to cut the line off right behind you." So I'm like, "Oh, okay, that's fine." They're like, "Make sure, anybody gets in, just tell them sorry, we got to close up." And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." So I became the end of the line. It was a little awkward, so I'm telling people "Hey, you can't get in line." And then, you know, the whole convention center had really bad Wi-Fi. So when I got to, you know, they have like a square charger and all I have is a credit card. So the person in front of me, like their card wouldn't go through at all. So it got to me, and the whole time they're talking to me, the dude's just looking at the credit card machine, and then he asks me my name. And so I tell him like my full name, like, you know, the full first name, which is, you know, Christopher, and my last name. And it's just like, you know, so I look like a crazy person to have him sign it like that. And so then I stammer, I'm like, I mean, my name's Christopher, and I said it like 5 times. And and it's like that moment where you just can't get your footing back. So you're constantly like just flailing, and then, so it was maybe the most awkward interaction I've ever had with a set of humans in my life. Anyway, everyone must have let Patty watch whatever you wanted because Discovery went downhill from there. You should probably go to the doctor, Osama. I know. Hi, C. Highest Martin C. is his full name. Christopher Robinson. So can I collect multiples of the same little dudes? And stop poisoning me, you jerks. Yeah, I still gotta attack it once. I guess I can't because he's not glowing or anything.
Victory!
Meet the Chris Robin. But anyway, after the photo, so I took the photo and then they signed another picture for me. And I left it on the table, so I'm walking away. They call me back so I can pick up my drop picture. And so, you know, whatever. I post the picture on Instagram of me and Bulk, and I tagged Bulk, Jason, I don't know his name, Shire, something like that. He's the guy who plays Bulk. And he commented on it and just made a stammering joke and made fun of me. So I like to say I got bullied by Bulk at Power Morphicon. Anyway, that's it.
That wasn't so bad.
That was a good poo impression. Oh. I don't think I could do it again. Oh, bother. Nope, it's gone. That's it. I had the one time. Paul Schreiner. Maybe that's it. That sounds more appropriate. And you seem more confident than I am, so I'm going to say you're right. Bullied by Bulk is the best promotion. But yeah, PMC. I'm trying to think of PMC stuff right now. Skull's named Jason, I'm sure. Then you are probably right, and it's Paul. Who is also his Power Rangers Hyperforce character is now in the Power Rangers Legacy War game, or at least is going to be. And that's cool. I don't know. I don't play Legacy War, so I have no real opinion on it, but Jason Narvi, there you go. That sounds right. I'll believe you guys. But I'm bad with names, and I'm bad with actor names too, so I'm gonna call them Bulk and Skull. But they were very nice, and they handled my being a bumbling idiot very nice. But I met them and the guy who played Ryan Steele, whose name I also don't remember. I think it's Brad something. But it was mostly because I just wanted to hold the Metalder helmet and get a picture with it. But I felt like I would be really weird if I was just like, hey man, can I hold your helmet? Take a picture? Like, I'm sure he gets that a lot, but he's there for a reason. And I liked VR Troopers enough. Unrelated, but fun fact, I was telling Karn about this, and now it's in my head, was because he's been doing the reviews of all the Masked Rider episodes. and I'm supposed to be in one of them. See how much experience am I getting from these? But anyway, but I was telling him when I was a kid, I felt like my friends didn't see Masked Rider on that Saturday morning, and so I went to school and told them how much cooler Masked Rider was than Power Rangers. One of them holds up a lot better, and it definitely ain't Masked Rider. Let's see, how close am I to... Oh, I don't even have like a status screen, huh? Whatever. I just wanted to see my experience. I only want real people to know me. I am open. Seriously, Karn should get me for a Masked Rider Super Blue episode. It makes so much sense. You're probably right. If you thought Masked Rider was better. I think I just wanted to be edgy. I think I just was like, oh, Power Rangers isn't as cool as Masked Rider. I think I was just being a shithead. I hope Karn gets back to his Masked Rider reviews, honestly. What are your thoughts on Geo so far, everyone? I've talked about Geo a few times during this stream. Ectophase, more like ectopraise. Ooh, what did I do? I don't think I hit attack on that one, so whatever. Yeah, leveled up. Alright, so I just need to do one more battle, and I'll say this is good, then I'll start progressing into the dungeon. Personally liked the first episode, except MC was just okay. Yeah, same thing. That's been everybody. He's criticizing the main character. I don't know how to say his name. Sulgo? I don't know how to say it, so I just have not been saying it. So do I give the bastard €500 to review them? When cannot explain time travel with build that I hope they elaborate on in future episodes. Well, I think Masked Rider's finisher is way cooler, actually. Yeah, if you solely judged Masked Rider on its Rider footage, then way than Power Rangers. I think I don't know what I liked. I think I liked the super sci-fi kind of like Empire story of Masked Rider. I think I liked that he was an alien. All right, where's my health at? Yeah, I'll just go to the door and warp out and warp back, which I think heals me. I don't think I actually need to rest to get healed. When's the next catch-up? As soon as I film it. I have scripts for the next two. The next one is probably going to be on Lupat, 1 through 10. And then the one after that will be build, I think, 17 to 22. So that's the current state of the catch-up videos. I just realized that Marcos called dibs on Super Blue's introduction video already. Dang it. Maybe they should have done black. Yeah, they could. I don't know what would have saved Masked Rider, because they use black. I can't believe he died. The Toku community roasted him to death to create time for an overarching plot. Oh yeah, I still haven't watched the second episode of Geo, so If you were to pick any Sentai to adapt, what thematic narrative would it have? I don't know. Because the other side is I haven't watched a whole lot of Sentai. I've done that, the same thing I've done with Heisei Riders, where I've watched a lot of like single episodes to kind of get the idea of what's going on. Just because now I'm always in conversations about Sentai. And I want to have some base to talk about. But I have no idea what I would adapt. They use geo footage as well. Oh, Zeo, yeah. Or Zo. I don't know how to say that either. I don't know how to say anything. I'm sure most people who watch me regularly already know that. Oh, I wonder if I'm going to have enough.
This dungeon is way more dungeon than I thought.
Enough potions and stuff
Dungeon
to get through this fight.
tower in a castle? It's what they call the castle keep.
How long has it been since I've heard Wrangle?
I like that they have these little conversations as I walk around, and then they just leave them if I get in a battle, and they don't resume it. All right. I'm probably not going to catch him because all his buddies are there. Oh, I got him. Nice. Zeo. Episode 6 so far. Because I do Zuhojer, the values of life and important tradition. Hey, I can do this now because I'm in wait mode. Ooh, this song got real rockin'. I know there's a Showa rider named Zeo. Pronounced Zeto for some reason. Okay. There you go. But yeah, I didn't know there was a rider. I just thought because we were talking about Geo that it was just for short. I'm actually, this is just changing the subject, but
No trouble at all.
I am still very curious I might actually watch Beast Morphers, and do like some video stuff. I know Karn and I thought about doing it with each other. Name time. Anybody who wants to name something, now's the time to drop a name. But me and Karn both talked about covering Beast Morphers once that show premieres, once Super Ninja Steel is done. But I got to see the Beast Morphers cast live on a stage. And that was kind of cool. So I might watch BM. I got this like chat app that is supposed to like bring it up on screen, but it definitely like the YouTube chat I have embedded is going farther. I'm already watching Ninja Steel. What is my life? Copper Cop? Is that the name for my rock guy? I'm going to say Copper Cop is, so that was the first one I see, so that's what he's going to be. I'm sure I'll collect another dude soon, so by all means, get your names in. We'll call him Copper Cop. There he is. Looks good. I ain't touching Ninja Steel again. I just don't like it. I don't blame you. I haven't tried watching Ninja Steel, but it just does not look like something I'm interested in.
You know where the word trivia comes from?
Sis, I think we're good.
And that is for this guy. Nope. Fucked it up. That's what I get for trying to speed through the menu. Now let's try not to make the mistake of jumping down too soon before I get the second treasure chest. Oh.
Are you kidding me?
Super Ninja Steel is my final Power Ranger season.
You're not the only ones who get way stronger when you're
I don't like Ninja Steel, but I like watching it still. Alright, so Deca, you said Super Ninja Steel is my final Power Ranger season. Does that mean you're not giving it the Beast Morphers another chance? I only watched one Ninja episode and I hated it. I think that's the other side. Is I think for Ninja Steel people were a little more excited, just because they were like nobody really liked Ninja, so they were like,
So bad.
maybe the adaptation will be okay, but nope. I'm gonna wait till Ninja Steel is over, then watch it all. But I did watch the anniversary episode. I haven't watched the anniversary episode yet. I've wanted to. He's quitting with Beast Morphers because they ain't doing Q Ranger. Is that it? I mean, I'm not gonna blame anybody on that one. I don't know. I like Go Busters. Like, again, I haven't watched it all, but I like it enough that I think it could make for a cool adaptation. I think it serves... I think it was a brave choice because I think it'll mark getting away from the Sabonified stuff that's happened.
What's this?
Alright, so they're telling me how there's puzzle switches, so you gotta collect certain little... what are they called? Mirages? And then throw them on the stone here. So let's put Arlo and Copper Cop. And now we can get in, get the bridge up. I need to watch more Go Busters to update my review on it. I might watch Beast Morphers weekly though, since Go Busters was my first Sentai. Yeah, see, I feel like that would be a big thing. And part of me wanted to go and watch Go Busters before I got into Beast Morphers, but I think I decided against it.
One of you thinks you're being clever is about to get a knuckle
How do
scan
you
switch.
add people on Rabbit? Rabbit's a weird fucking thing. I don't know. Without actually having the app open, I don't know how to do it. If you want to, can you see my black and white pictures of how I look, like? But yeah, I will certainly add you on Rabbit. And that way it'll also alert you on your device if you have notifications. Beast Morphers is coming on my birthday month. Nice. I am apparently called Sinister K. What the fuck? I'm gonna change that real quick. BRB. Go Busters is all on YouTube. I've heard. I was expecting Q Ranger adaptation since Q Ranger started. I think there will be one. I think Go Busters is a more interesting adaptation than Q Ranger. I would love for Go Busters to do well and them jump right to Q Ranger. Well, just because you expected it doesn't mean it'll happen. It's always true. Expect the unexpected. Copper Cop. And this is the magical hammer for the night. What's your at on Rabbit, guys? I think I'm just the high C. I think I'm just my normal for everything except for Instagram. Got me with them random battles. How am I doing on life? I'm still good. I think the weight system is definitely working better for this stream than the active time battle. I'd say wait at least till your third season before Q Ranger to adapt it. I only have one friend on Rabbit. So like Beast Morphers, it doesn't say you added me on Rabbit, so I don't know if you had. I at least didn't get a notification on my phone. Hold on, I need to read a text real quick. Oh, I'm responding to a text. Sorry, guys. Sorry, it's a work text. All right, anyway. Ooh, a whole bunch of people. Whoa. And we got Patty's jumping on the Twitch. Sorry, I got a text from work that was like important to respond to. Let's see what's happened. I saw somebody say Karn. I don't know if that means Karn's in here. But he's probably going to jump in and jump out because that's how he do. So am I the only one here? You're probably the only one on Twitch. My Twitch stuff doesn't come up on the main screen anymore. It's just me. So lonely. Saban was hyping up the Q Ranger adaptation. No more super seasons. Oh yeah, please no more super seasons. We can't stand the pain any longer. Deca fan, no they weren't. Who the bloody hell is this High C? I don't know if that was like an accent that was starting to come out or what, but Karn, thanks for dropping in. You're probably not here anymore. Carney is here. Karn has joined. Alright, I'm almost back to current. It's only 23:56. Joking. Fun fact: I wrote a draft of Time Turner's theme song for him. He didn't use it though, but it's okay. Toku-Rev will not get an adaptation because of the scene happened. I'm so lonely. Hey, I'm back. Don't say I missed anime again. You didn't. No more anime. Child of the Sun, Kamen Rider Black RX. Karn, Helmets and Henshin. Hello, it's TokuFan75. I added you, Chris. Awesome. I'll check it out, bud. Just gonna go back to YouTube. All right, come on back, Patty. And good to see you again, Bryce. Sorry about that. Sorry, I had somebody at work. I didn't want them to think I was upset with them. Anyway, let's get back. Let's get back to beating the shit out of rock dudes. But yeah, there's a good chance Karn's gone. But if you still hear Karn, say hi again, so we can have a weird video hi. But as always, I appreciate that Karn support. Hey, he's still there. Look at him. Keep clicking off the screen. But yeah, me and Karn. I'm going to out Karn right now. We slept in the same bed together one night. Now you know. That's how we rolled.
No trouble at all.
I saw you on Twitch, Patty. I would never leave a stream. Karn and Proto both have a good habit of jumping into stream, being like, "Bye, boo." Let's go back to beating the shit out of rock dudes. High C 2018. 2 nights, actually. It's true. It was 2 nights. Just to leave the imagination open. I'm not going to say if we were clothed or not.
Hey, Tama, weird question. How come all this...
He's cheating on Mage with C. It's official. You've heard it here first. Mage, who's getting her own place and is in the move, and the only reason that I'm not getting too much slack for not recording my Power Rider Fusion lines right now. Train is not popular enough.
Predictable.
I think that was to the adaptation, but I'm pretty sure they're always just like, no trains, guys. No trains.
Dude, really? Here I thought I was some kind of super genius coming up with all the answers on my own.
I still don't know how to get through that rock.
You will never be that person.
Quick, fanfic writers, to your computers.
Whoa, hey now, come on. You don't have to look that
The reason why Teacher won't be adapted is because of engine penis. Is that in like multiple episodes though, where the engine penis thing is going on? Because certainly they could just cut the scene out. But is that like a finishing move or something?
When you see a threshold, you better watch out because the mirages inside are
Power Rider Super Fusion is going to ramp up after the move. Yeah, I'll get back on it too. I mean, I also just didn't set up my recording setup for the longest time. Just, as soon as I got back, it's like I went straight into work mode, and I just haven't had the time that I wanted to. Like to a point where it's like I've wanted, like, because I scripted most of the next catch-up videos on the plane, so you know I'm ready to go, and it's I just haven't had time. Like it's pretty much either I do something like this, or I'm like, man, I kind of just want to relax and play a game since all I've done is work. And trying to find time to either record or film a video or edit a video. It's just, you know, I've basically had one day off every week since I got home. Nah, I feel it, bruh. I haven't even recorded my lines. So at least we're slacking together. The true power of friendship. All right, so I did this earlier. I never got past the battle with these guys. That's why I grinded for a bit. But, so, I get to choose Shiva, Rama, or Ifrit. Which one I want to try to fight and I guess have their power. I chose Shiva and she smacked the hell out of me. So, so I'm not sure. But I might try Shiva again. I think Ifrit is what I'm supposed to go because he's usually the weaker out of the rest of the summons. As far as the games that have like them as people. Hype for PMC Express. You did ask that earlier and I didn't answer. It's in Texas, so it'll be easy. I might cosplay as either Koroto. I am not sure if I'm doing PMC Express just because it's still a lot of travel. I've also thought about maybe going back to California and doing Tokyo Heroes since that's more tokusatsu and directly related to the content I actually cover. But it's hard. I'm not ruling anything out just because it's long enough away that I can change my mind 5 times before it gets here. But as of right now, I'm not making big PMC Express plans. But I think it's cool that it exists. I'm not sure what it's really fitting. Because it seems like it's like, you know, the Express, I'm not sure what it's there for. But I don't know if it's just the same thing, but it's just saying like they're not going to like have like the full displays or the full panels. Like it might not be every Ranger. So tempted by Japan World Heroes, but it might mean sacrificing another mage trip for it. Yeah, which I understand because it's a lot of planning, and you know we talked a lot about your visa stuff in person. So yeah, it's really hard to do that stuff. Plus, it's money. It's a lot of money. You know, as Karn learned, America is not cheap to survive in. But yes, August. I think 18th to 19th sounds right. I know it was like pretty much the exact same weekend as Power Morphicon this weekend, off by like a day or so. Flip a coin. Yeah, Karn can have that conversation with Mage. Be like, look, I want to go to Japan World Heroes, but I also want to see you. So we're gonna leave it on the coin flip. Oh, it is like everything's money, and like I spent a lot of money that weekend, obviously, but. It's hard because it's, you know, everything's at a cost. Like I'm really glad I got a car because I almost didn't do that. I love you, but Kamen Rider. He's got the bike. But yeah, no, like, you know, I almost didn't like rent a car for that same reason. It's blowing up the chat. Hey Con, when the next Power Rider Fusion video? Man, Bryce, we just talked about that. I'm slacking. He can't do a video because I ain't sent no lines. She might want to go to. Yeah, that's true. You can do both. We can do both. We could even get the really shady bachelor pad again. No, I probably. I got an Airbnb for PMC, and it was a really shady bachelor pad kind of thing. Like, none of it made sense. It was in this like really shady neighborhood. There was like a washing machine in someone's front yard that was like across the street from us. There was like no kitchen, but there was kitchen-ish stuff outside of the room. Like, I can't even explain how weird that thing was. I should have shot video of it. But yeah, the biggest thing I felt like I missed out on was that since we didn't stay at the hotels with everybody else, we weren't getting that like nighttime hotel interaction, but we got to have some really good like hangout times with just Karn, me, Lambo, and Proto. So that was really awesome. You seen Rabbit ad? I ads you. Why you betray me? All right, I'm trying. Let's find Rabbit. Let's find Rabbit here. I don't know where it's saved on my phone, so we're gonna pull it up. We'll see what happens. It was cozy once we were in our little compoons, though. It was, yeah. Once it, I had a parking spot, so I didn't have to like pay for parking at the place at least. Notifications. Usama, I got you now. Now you're my friend, buddy. It is. You got me. But yeah, no, the compound was super cool. Once we were there, because it was just really good hangout time. But I think the little bit of shadiness to it kind of made it cooler in my head. All right, I'm gonna try to fight Ifrit because Shiva killed me, and I think he's the one I'm supposed to choose.
I know you've listened. Step now into the searing embrace of my hellfire.
Well, since you made it sound so inviting, Ifrit, I guess I can't resist.
Careful! He looks like he's on muscle.
All right, let's turn up the heat.
I think he's got that part covered.
I imagine wind would hurt fire, right?
Here goes!
Let's see what it does. Yeah, 147. That's a pretty good attack at this point in the game. I don't have any wind, right? No, I just got fire. I imagine he's going to be weak against, or he's going to be strong against fire. All right, let's see how bad his hit is. And 153, so half my health in one hit. That's great. Do I see his health? Oh God, like how am I going to? It's going to be terrible to whittle him down. 2020 hotels are definite. I know what to expect and can start saving like 16 months in advance, not 7. I felt like we had a really genuine California experience. I agree. Particularly our nice little moments. So, like, we spent the last night with like a hangout on the beach and just had this like really like movie set feeling sunset of us all just chilling. It was a good time. So how's Bree doing? Bree is great. She's really hard on a job search right now. She has the same job she's had for years, but she's looking very heavy to get a new one in her chosen field that she went to school for. So I don't have any wind, right? That's a fart joke. Ha! I changed my profile photo. It was my Facebook photo. 2020 PMC is a definite, but I might be planning another big event if some things go to plan in April. But I'll tell you in the DMs. Yeah, that sounds like the better place probably. All right. Oh shit! I want to use the wind on him again. All right. So we're just going to attack Ifrit with him. I guess I'm hitting him for a lot too. All right, so I'm gonna need to potion her, but let's do wind, and we'll let the other guy do the potion. And yeah, All right. Ooh, we're at the same time here. All right. So, nope, not Libra. Let's get the wind on there. Smacked him. 52. He's just going to attack regular. I mean, I have enough potions that I should be able to get through this battle.
Nice knowing.
As I waste all my magic on him. It feels like it's hitting him for less now. Now his attack's hurting him more than hers. I like Ifrit. Little Beef Excursion was a huge highlight of the weekend for me. I forgot this was a live stream. I was just focusing on the battle. I mean, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Going to dip, homie. Kill that summon for me. No problem. Thanks for coming in, Karn. Why is it that you make such amazing content but have so little subscribers? I blame Fortnite. Maybe. I mean, certainly my video games part of the channel is not the highlights that people are here for, but, you know, it's kind of my way of chilling out and not feeling like I'm ignoring my channel. But also, I don't know. I don't push myself to be on other people's channels enough, and I'm sure that's what that like cross-pollination of YouTube content is probably where I need to be putting more energy. And certainly like Karn and all them, Karn and Proto and Lambo have been really helpful pushing that stuff, but you know, it is what it is. It's because you never upload, so it's probably a good point. If I don't know, because I don't know, I feel like if I upload it more regularly, it would definitely help a lot, but I don't think it would like skyrocket me. But maybe it would like help, like poke at the algorithm a bit and kick it up. And hey, Layla, thanks for coming in. So does she just get like her ability points back like every round? So that's kind of nice. Oh, Hellfire. Shit. That sounds bad. Well, good thing I got a Phoenix down, I guess. So let's heal myself first. As long as he doesn't Hellfire again, I should be okay. Yeah. And now I can Phoenix down. Is it both of us? Interesting. Oh, I guess because it's a stack, it can't work like normal. Uh-oh, my Chocobo ain't got no attacks. Oh, I guess I have no way to use the wind power once I'm unstacked. I guess I should have healed her after I Phoenix down. I think it was the only one I had to, right? No, I have another one. Okay. We'll use a potion. Don't use it on Ifrit. That would be a bad thing. I want to use it on the girl, but I can't get to her. There you go. And I'll have her heal the Chocobo. Yeah, there you go. Get Marvelous. Sorry, I'm not paying attention to the chat. I've been listening to Toku music. Hey, C, have a good stream, my man. Glad you're back. Thank you, Bryce. Thanks for hanging out as long as you did, man. Actually listening to some build insert themes right now in a Discord server with my friends. That actually sounds like a fun time. I really want a CSM Ichigo belt, but God, those eBay prices. Yeah, I'm hoping that with some of these re-releases, they like go all the way down the line and you get some of the cooler, older belts, the Showa belts. Playing some Dragon Quest VIII right now. Oh man, I also really want Dragon Quest. I really want a driver. I'm probably never getting a rider belt with those prices. I got a Splash driver, just in honor of my Power Rider Fusion character. No, I think I'm just gonna leave that Chocobo dead. I don't have any way to heal him anyway, so. because from here on it's just healing with some potions. Oh, Hellfire. It's probably going to kill her again. Killed us all. And we dead. Oh, well. I'll go again. I'm probably never getting a rider belt with those prices. I've been doing this since Friday. How far are you with build? I am on episode 22. It takes me a little bit of time just because I do it and then I don't start watching again until after I film the catch-up videos, just so nothing like pops in my head or that my reactions are pretty close to as genuine as I can be with my initial thoughts and reflections. Damn title screens. Apparently I didn't grind enough.
World of Final Fantasy.
We need a re-release of Kiva belt. Hey, maybe Kiva will get a figure art or a CSM belt. Yeah, like that'll ever happen. Man, Kiva was good. I actually just realized I don't have a clock anywhere on my screen anymore. 7 o'clock already. I've been doing this for a while. How long have I been streaming? 2 hours, 41 minutes. So probably another 20 minutes and then I'll give it a break. So I'm definitely feeling my voice getting a little hoarse. I can't beat the final boss. You're that far in Dragon Quest already? Alright. Alright, so I'm level 6. I'm healed up. See if there's any abilities here I can... Because these are the only two with the abilities, right? Stroll. Do they have... Let's go to Mirage Board, see if they have anything special I can get them. SP8, so I should be able to get some stuff. I can go up and get Ram, single, inflict neutral physical damage, topple strength, medium. It's probably not going to help me out too much. Cure sounds like a good thing to have. Gil Finder, passive, increase the amount of guild obtained in battle. I'm not interested in that. So you can do that, or defense plus, slightly raises defense. That sounds like a good thing to have. So he's a little more strong now. Yeah, 8 is really good. 8's the new one, right? 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. I'm always juggling them. Okay, so it's not if 9 came out. Is it 10? Which one's out right now? And I haven't finished a single one. I definitely always get, like, on the traditional 40-hour JRPG, I definitely always get towards the, like, last 10 hours and start, like, fiddling off with it. So I'm trying to get better at that. So streaming definitely has helped that a bit, at least with, like, something like Nier that I probably would have dropped by myself at some point. Accuracy, I don't think I care much about that. Strength sounds good. Slightly raises HP. What is this? Cure. So let's do strength. What is that? Because I got 6 still. Critical increases critical chance. Magic. Restore HP. Walk alongside Ray and Lynn in the field. We'll raise our critical. And do I have enough for this? Yeah, we'll raise our magic. So not super helpful, but not too bad either. I'm just gonna get the other guys too while I'm doing it. Get Big Rock guy, get my Copper Cop. Oh, this is Arlo, sorry. The other Krabby. Inflict neutral physical damage, topple strength. There you go, body slam them. Blank space, you can use seeds on this space to learn custom abilities. Oh, that's an interesting. We'll bring his strength up. So he's level 4. They might make me a little stronger too if I had them. Alright. 11 is the new one. There you go. Started watching a Silent Hill 2 playthrough on YouTube. I recommend it if you're looking for an awesome game. Yes, I played Silent Hill back when it was released, but I haven't played it in a number of years. Let's save so I don't have to redo this again. Some people are so mindless and stupid, it's kind of funny as they have free will, but they don't. What? What are you going on about right now? I got to the part of Dragon Quest V where your wife is kidnapped. Now me and my kids are looking for her. Patty on the road with his family, trying to be a vigilante. I think we're going to skip this scene. Oh, really? There you go. I was going to say, tell me it can't skip that scene would be ridiculous. I think I'm going to try it for it again.
It's me! I know you've missed it. Step now into the searing embrace of my hellfire!
All right, back to the battle. Everybody's favorite part of my streams where I just pay attention to the video game. All right. Abilities. Now I have cure. So that'll be helpful. How much does her attack do? 98. That was about the same as the wind ability, wasn't it? Alright, abilities. Let's see what the wind did. Maybe he got like stronger. Maybe it just did critical, because it's pretty much hitting the same as a regular attack now. I thought it hit like 140 on the first time. Such a welcoming fellow. Alright, now we need to heal. Abilities, I don't have heal on him. But I'm going to do potion. Which one is lower? I'm lower, okay. So let's not do me. Like how I'm defaulting to me as the guy. I'm not gonna bother. Alright, she should be able to survive that, right? Ooh, by 16 though. Not by much. We'll use cure. Attacking at Ifrit. So we'll just stay on the tactic. Ugh. Guess I should use him for attacking more and her just for healing, but since I've already messed that up a bit. It's him again, so we'll attack. I will have her. Yeah. She should definitely heal this time. Hey, I see. I'm meeting a Discord friend in real life in a couple of weeks. Oh, that's awesome, man. It's just me. I just got mollywopped there. That was a Lambo coming out at me, mollywopped. So can I like restack? Yeah, okay. Let's get back to potions. But no, that's awesome. It's always that was one of the PMC things that was so weird. Was I'm meeting so many people. A lot of them I don't know what they look like before I went, and then it's just like that's what you look like. I had Henshin Sunrise did the whole, I gave him a sticker and then he realized who I was. But then he was like, yeah, HighC has this sticker. It looks cool, but that looks nothing like him. And I'm like, it's an anime me, man. Of course it don't look like me. but yeah, it's a weird thing. But hey, I hope your Discord meeting goes well. It's always cool to finally like meet somebody in the real world and be like, ha, we're real friends now. Not that I don't think about my online friends as real friends, but you know what I mean. Alright, and she's going to use Cure again, but on herself. Alright. So he'll attack. And she'll use Cure. Yeah. I checked out some rooms on Rabbit. There's someone streaming one of my favorite comedy thriller animes this season. I don't know how to say that name, so I'm not even going to attempt. But that, yeah, I've found some cool things on Rabbit. I don't use it a lot as a user. I definitely just do it for friends to watch something together. You know, you got long distance friends or online friends. It becomes a really cool tool for that kind of stuff. Alright, they're both pretty healed, so I think I'm safe to attack. Oh, I missed. He's gonna do Hellfire. No, just a regular slash. Alright, I think they can both survive, right? Well, one of them survived. All you need is one. But let's use a potion. Thank God she gets 2 attacks for every one. Let's do Phoenix down. Please don't kill them. Ah, you fucker. Alright. Cure Lon. Oh, 43 is not good. He's weak. Oh. I don't have any more healing potions, though, right? Or alright. We're almost there. We can get him. Yeah, you missed. I feel like the game's just taking mercy on me at that point. Alright, Hellfire. She survived last time, and she survived this time. So let's do an item, potion. He's close. I'm not going to take the chance. I am going to heal. Fuck. All right. Heal, heal, heal. Oh, thank God. I don't want to start the battle over again, and I'm getting really nervous about it. Come on. I wish I had like a... Oh, that might kill her. Yeah, she's dead. God, I wish I had like a number value of what his health was. Because like seeing his like little sliver of health and then just not whittling it away, it's just killing me. All right, let me see if I missed anything here. So not really, people coming back. But I think this is probably a good time to end it because I'm not going to fight this guy again. And I should probably eat dinner at some point and spend some time with Bree on my day off. But I want to say thank you to everybody for hanging out. It's good to see everybody again. I want to get back to doing more streams. I was really good for a while, and then it just all went out the window. Will you do a Kamen Rider build on Rabbit? That is definitely an option. My only problem with doing build on Rabbit is that I pause build a lot because I write a lot of notes, but definitely, if you guys are willing to put up with that, I don't mind doing it. I would have to stream it off like Kassasian or something like that, because it's the way Rabbit works is a little weird. But thank you guys for hanging out. Again, I hope to do this more. It's getting worked hard. This month and October is kind of like a busy season for my work, so it makes it really hard to do content stuff, but I'm gonna push for it. I definitely also, man, October is almost here. I kind of want to do Garo again for October, but that means I gotta like start watching it now. But you know, it'll get back there. But 2 catch-up videos are very close to being done and on their way, because they don't take a whole lot of energy to edit. And then then another Toku-Rev should be out. But thank you guys. I'll see you next time.